Alright, boys. Got the old Manticore and the Deus too. I hear both wearing 11-inch coils. So if you own both of these machines, you may learn something from watching this video. The Manticore users may learn something from watching this video. Okay, these machines are different in the test I'm going to show. Okay? Now, we're going to stay in deep high conductor on the Deus 2. Alright, we're going to look at some different speed settings. Silencer is at 1 pitch tones. You see that nickel and you see that clad quarter. Now the nickel is elevated above the clad quarter. Now, disclaimer here. I'll show you. There's no tricks in this video. There never are, boys. See the notch? 00 to 84. That's the bare bones. I can run this machine from notch to get rid of that zinking. Okay? Now what we're looking for here is something that is at least semi-consistent in performance. Meaning, tell me that quarter's down there. Okay, now I lower the disc to 6.8. Okay. We'll start with reactivity 3. Work our way up. Okay? You hear that? Nothing. 2.5 for speed. You see it in the window there? Now this machine is working, and I'm going to show you because I'm going to come around here and take the nickel out of play. You hear that? Okay, so 2.5 for speed. I'm bearing the coil high a little bit. We don't hear anything. Reactivity number 2. We don't hear anything consistent, even semi-consistent. Reactivity 1.5. Nothing. Reactivity 1. Now, that's a slow sweep. Reactivity 0.5. Reactivity 0. That's as low as we can go. You hear that? Again, I will rotate over here. I'm still at reactivity 0. You hear that quarter. I'll even take the, you see the ID. See that? So the Deus 2 there is a fail. Correct? Okay, so I'm going to turn the Deus 2 off. Now it has the 11-inch coil version 200. That was deep high conductor. Manticore with 11-inch coil. And I'm going to talk a little more about this Manticore toward the end of this video. Okay, I'm going to mash the horseshoe button. You see that zinc penny? See what it reads. You see where that zinc is reporting in that screen. Now what I will even do, I will go in here in this video. We'll be harder on the Manticore. And what I mean by that, watch that number in the top window there. I'm at 68. You see that? 68. So I have far surpassed that zinc penny in notching it or disking it. Okay, like I said, this is all-terrain high conductors, okay? We're going to go first to recovery speed 5. We don't hear much there. Recovery speed 4. Getting something there, ain't we? Hear that? I wouldn't say that's super consistent though. Recovery speed 3. Still not ultra consistent in my opinion, but not bad. Okay, recovery speed 2. You hear that? See what that meter's reading? Alright, recovery speed 1. See what that meter's reading? Now, what I will do with this machine, I'll noise cancel it. Remember now, I had the disc on this machine set far superior to that zinc and penny. What we will do is we'll go back to this disc. Okay, there's 66. All right, 66. You can clearly see the zinc is reporting well inside of that boundary. Okay, we're still in all-terrain high conductor. We'll go back to speed 2. You hear that? Every time that coil comes off that left side, you see that meter. There is trace data on there, although it's very dim. Now, it is bright sunny out here, okay? Recovery speed 3. So recovery speed 3 doesn't do as good a job, but if I move that quarter just a smidge, it might do a little better. Well, wonder how that Deus 2 would do. It's already behind on this test by the previous, what I showed with it, recovery speed 2. You hear that, you see that meter. Recovery speed 1. You see that meter and you hear that tone. Very consistent, even though it would be declared one-way signal, but still. You know you're running a high-notch disc in this machine. Could that get you to turn on this target and get something higher in the window? Okay, now, let me say something about running this machine at lower speed. Now, on some deeper targets, the ground mineralization, well, we might not even really be talking about an ultra deep target. It may be only a 5 or 6 inch high conductor. Okay? It may be just that. And you see what happens with the Deus 2 in deep high conductor, even running the reactivity down to 0. So yeah, sweep speed could be a key, okay? I'm back at speed 2. Okay, now that is all-terrain high conductor. I've not looked at the surface seawater on this. Okay, so you could use the lower speed on this machine and you might snag something that you might not otherwise hear, you know? Example, there's speed 4 in it right there. What are we getting here? You hear that? That's speed 4. That's not too good. Is I'm bearing the coil height. That's not too fast to sweep. Notice, drop to speed 2, which is what I've done. Speed 1. So, some people, you know, you can be misled with this machine. You know, like, oh, well, if you run it that low, speed-wise, or that slow, it's going to tangle you up. Well, it might not. It might and it might not. It may untangle you on a high conductor. Now, I use that nickel there, you know. I mean, I could use, you know, you could use a sizable piece of can slaw, a monster, bigger piece of foil, okay? So it's obvious this machine, maybe the difference between these two, this machine can be run slower, maybe. I don't know. But that machine is running, remember, that machine is running lower frequency, I believe, in deep high conductor than this machine in all-terrain high conductor, okay? But it still doesn't have any advantage on that scenario sweeping as such here, okay? So when you're out in those sites with that modern trash, you might want to, you know, now remember, even speed 3, even though it would probably be considered a fail there. Wonder if this quarter was over a little bit. Well, it may hit it. Well, the question is, what's that machine gonna do? It probably isn't gonna surpass the Manticore. Probably not. Okay? So I'm just sharing this, you know, because, you know, you can get tangled, you get it in your mind, okay, I want depth. Well, yeah, you can get some depth with a speed 2 and some mild ground, probably. Joe Calabash, you know, he's got a Manticore. You ought to go out there in his test garden and do some typical sweep speeds over some of them deep targets. See what happens. Does it hit them? Okay, now high mineral dirt, no, it's a no-go. I'm pretty sure about that, you know, but now there's a lot of people in the United States don't hunt high mineral dirt. Okay, and then medium mineralized ground, you may have some problems on deeper targets, running it slow. But what about the mid-depth that are masked? You still may be able to get to those, okay? That's going to conclude the video. Again, it's hot and humid here. Hope you enjoyed.